Well, on part 2, right, that's all the photographs taken at that nice place from last week. Lots of close-ups, long shots, medium shots, even some macro shots, which is going to be very handy. Only did a couple of them to take ages to do and set up. So yes, that's me with some nice reference now. As I say, no, I'm not making them publicly available. 1, the images are absolutely fucking massive. 2, no, I wanted to bother doing this myself. I will give everything away for free. I might at some point make some stuff free, you know, texture reference and stuff I've got, but not yet. Too much stuff out there free for me already. Providing the woodbox move sells extremely well, then we might think about it. I had a, I thought it is what you call it, a artistic crisis of conscience. Not even that. I'm got an artistic crisis. I've done that elite one, right? You know, the big one with the legs and the pointy bits, right? And the ugly face. It doesn't look like a face. Hey, by the way, it's supposed to look like that, right? It's supposed to look like nothing you've ever seen. It's not supposed to look even remotely human. Alright? That's the way it's supposed to be. Just because some people say, well, it doesn't look like a face, and I'm thinking, why? I don't want it to look human. If something's truly alien, or truly a monster, it's not going to look remotely like anything you've ever fucking seen in your life, you know, so that's the idea behind it. Now, I can't think of anything to do, well, rather I can think of plenty of things to do. I just can't find the motivation in the last few days. And I just, you know, I'm messing around with that elite one. It's the reason why I want to put it to bed as well. To force myself to do something new. That's why I started that Norman Arch, and it's going to be expanded to a wall and stuff, you know. To try and force myself out of it. I have these every now and again. Where basically, I just don't feel like doing 3D. I feel like saying, fuck it. After an hour or two on the PC, coming downstairs, watching the telly for the rest of the night. You know. Either or I spend all night on the PC anyway, like I normally do. Instead of working, I'm just wasting time. I suppose everybody needs a bit of downtime. I'm not used to having downtime. You know, I've worked myself too hard for too long. So I'm nowhere near burnout. Before anybody gets the idea, I'm nowhere near that. Just you know, just I'm bored. I need a change. That's the reason why I want to do more aggressive post work and, you know, move into different areas like lighting and change things up a bit. Because every now and again you want to change, you know what I mean? I don't want to knock exactly the same render out for the rest of my life. There's a lot of people out there do it. It's like, I can think of one reasonably well known ZBrush artist with a French name. No, I'm not on about Seb, before anybody says. Somebody else. English with a French name. And every single one of their bloody renders is exactly the same. These are the same shader setup, the same lighting setup, just different fucking creatures. Well, see, if it works for them, great, right? I'm not getting at them. But it doesn't work for me. I need something new all the time. I need new input. It's like Johnny 5 from Short Circuit. Input, it's like same thing. I need new stuff in my head, new challenges, new things to do. I don't want to do the same fucking thing. You know, I get bored. I'm like everybody else. I was like, Christ, I spent years, you know, doing my best to make as much stuff as I could available for ZBrush. What thanks did I get? Fuck all. Got vilified for it. You know, but didn't bother me. Still doesn't. I knew what I was getting into when I started, you know. But I got bored with it. I had total overkill last year. If Mudbox hadn't came along, I'd still have dropped it. And I probably would have went to polymodelling or arch and design or something. Because it was getting to the point where if I ever see that program again, it'll be too soon. Try using it for 18 hours a day, all day, every day, you know, 364 days a year, you know, and you really do get sick of it after a while. Yeah, it does the job, you know, fine, and people, you know, produce fantastic artwork out of it. But it's not the application for me anymore. I am getting some sort of being sent to Coventry by some ZBrush users. But strangely enough, it's not the guys the level I'm at. It's the ones near the bottom, right? I still, you know, I see Magda online and stuff. Christ, she's on my Facebook, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, still have a chat and stuff like that. It's just because I use a different application doesn't mean that they don't talk to me. Like, you know, Nicholas from Ubi, you know, he still talks to me. You know, all these people still talk to me, right? I still talk to them. I haven't got a problem, they haven't got a problem. It seems that the guys near the bottom think they should have a problem. Whether they have or not, it's a different matter. I don't care. I'm just rattling on. But, so there's no real art talk in this one, because I haven't really done a lot. I'm not sure if that game jobs fell through or not, because it did seem, I'll tell you the truth, right, because I know that if one of them's watching here, you know, because I know the world will be checking these out. This is the way it looked to me, alright? I was called in, offered a job, alright? All I had to do, make this model, get paid for it, that's it, right? But when people start asking numerous questions about how things should be done and basically pumping you for knowledge and then dropping in a number of reasons, no matter how, you know, that, yeah, it's exactly what we want, but when I hear the word but, I know that it's a setup job, right? So I don't think that'll come off, right? I think it was never there to start off with. Haven't been paid incidentally yet. Give them the end of the 28 days. That's all I'm going to say. I've had some other offers. I had an offer from Midway in the States, and I probably won't take out. There's one in New Zealand I've mentioned. You know what I'm on about. You know what I mean? But I think that's basically off the cards for the 12 months now because I turned it down. Right? I don't like going back and stuff, and I've got a feeling they probably hired somebody else instead now. So I've another year to wait. But I'm not sure. You know, I get paranoid because I live in the middle of nowhere. Right? Like this, right? Middle of fucking nowhere. I can't just go down the road and knock on any one of 21 studios. I've either got to do something around here, which is, even though they're not worth bigger studios, it's best for me because it's close, right? I don't have to move. Or I've got to emigrate. I'll move further in the country, and I'd rather, to be honest, if I was going to move, I'd rather bloody emigrate. You know, if you're going to move, you might as well move abroad, where it's warmer. I don't want to swap one lot of shitty weather for another lot of shitty weather, right? But we'll see. We'll see what comes off. I've got some people to talk to later on the air, but I don't know, you see. Part of me says, well, you've done quite a lot here, why don't you just sit back on your arse and do fuck all for a year? Yeah, I know one artist that just came back after a 6 months to 8 months layoff. Yeah, a good friend of mine. Trouble is, if you don't keep the skills up, you forget stuff. And they had to ask me something rather fundamental last night because they actually realised that they'd left it so long they'd now forgot. They've got to relearn themselves. So we'll see. What time is it? 3 more minutes to go. So it's a Saturday. I don't like walking on a Saturday because you've got kids out and stuff like that, right? It drives you fucking crazy. Not today. Probably because it's a bit cloudy. I've been on Twitter a lot lately. You know what Twitter is? Well, have a look at it. Twitter.com. But if you want to follow me, right? Twitter.com/Wayne Robson with a capital W and a capital R, right? You find out all the things I do during the day and everything else and what I'm working on, and you know when videos are going to go up, maybe 2 days before they go up. And sometimes you get a link before anybody else. But really, if you're just really curious or nosy, right, that's it. If you want to find top secrets of fucking 3D, you're not going to find them because it's basically me rattling on and having a conversation with people I know. Some very impressive people on Twitter. But I'll put that another time. Right, nearly time for me to wind up. So I think I'll wait a little bit later in the year. We'll get some better weather because I want to do another one of spelunking things. I've also found a really great site. Some guys in the States. When I'm over SIGGRAPH, I may take a few days off to go exploring some places I shouldn't be, because some of the places they get to are fantastic. Alright? I thought I'm going to have to pay them a few quid to take some photographs for it. Right, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. See you in 61.